Hello. Hashtag not targeted.
Okay, stay there. Do not come anywhere close to us. I'll consider you obstructing us. You can be under arrest or detained. You understand that? Is obstruction physical? Your ridiculous questions are so annoying. I'm not going to entertain that.
What's Section 3 of
I'm
the
telling you to
Canadian
stay away
Charter
from
of Rights
us.
and Freedoms?
End of story.
What's Section 3?
With the king's death, the whole realm was split up into warring factions. For long, the assassins alone retained their cohesion. In under a decade, they had made themselves masters of all Persian Iraq and of many forts throughout the empire. This they did by forays, direct attack, the poisoned dagger, and in any other manner which seemed expedient. Indeed, the ends always justified the means. The Orthodox religious leaders pronounced one interdict after another against their doctrines, all to no effect. By now, the entire loyalty of the Ismailis under him had been transferred from the Caliph to the personality of the Sheikh of the Mountain, who became the terror of every prince in that part of Asia, the Crusader chiefs included. Despite and despising fatigues, dangers, and tortures, the assassins joyfully gave their lives whenever it pleased the great master, who required them either to protect himself or to carry out his mandates of death. The victim, having been pointed out, the faithful, clothed in a white tunic with a red sash, the colors of innocence and blood, went on their mission without being deterred by distance or danger. Having found the person they sought, they awaited the favorable moment for slaying him, and their daggers very seldom ever missed their aim. Richard the Lionheart was at one time accused of having asked the Lord of the Mountain to have Conrad of Montferrat killed, a plot which was carried out thus, quote, "Two assassins allowed themselves to be baptized, and placing themselves beside him, seemed intent only on praying. But the favorable opportunity presented itself. They stabbed him, and one took refuge in the church. But hearing that the prince had been carried off still alive, he again forced himself into Montferrat's presence, and stabbed him a second time, and then expired without a complaint, amidst refined tortures," unquote. You see, the method of controlling men's minds that Hassan had perfected was extremely effective and powerful. And not even one incident of one of his followers failing to carry out his orders exactly can be found. The Order of the Assassins had perfected their method of securing the loyalty of human beings to an extent and on a scale which has seldom been paralleled. The assassins carried on the battle on two fronts. You see, they fought whichever side in the Crusades served their purposes. They fought with the Knights Templar, and they fought against the Knights Templars. At the same time, they continued the struggle against the Persians. The son and successor of Nizam al-Mulk was laid low by an assassin dagger. The Sultan, who had succeeded his father, Malik Shah, and gained power over most of his territories, was marching against them. One morning, however, he woke with an assassin weapon stuck neatly into the ground near his head. Within it was a note warning him to call off the proposed siege of Alamut. Well, he came to terms with the assassins after that, powerful ruler though he undoubtedly was. You see, the assassins eventually had what amounted to a free hand in exchange for a pact by which they promised to reduce their military power. It was during their pacts, their treaties, their battles with the Knights Templars, that many, some say most, some few even say all, of the Knights Templars were initiated into the mysteries. Hassan lived for 34 years after his acquisition of Alamut. On only 2 occasions since then had he even left his room, yet he ruled an invisible empire as great and as fearsome as any man before or since, they say. But his empire may still exist today, changed and melded with other sects of the mysteries. Hassan seemed to realize that death was almost upon him and calmly began to make plans for the perpetual continuance, folks, of the Order of the Assassins. And we now begin the latter days of the Assassins, which we will not finish in this hour, but will finish in the next. The ruler of one of the most terrifying organizations the world has ever known was without a lineal successor. In fact, he had had both of his sons killed, one for carrying out an unauthorized murder, and the other for drinking wine. Certainly a case of do as I say, not as I do. He called his 2 most trusted lieutenants from the strongholds which they maintained on his behalf, Kia Buzurg Umid, Kia of Great Promise, and Abu Ali of Qazwin. Kia was to inherit the spiritual and mystical aspect, while Abu Ali attended to the military and administrative affairs of the order. It is said that Hassan bin Sabah died almost immediately afterwards, in 1124, at 90 years of age, having given the world a new word, assassin. Assassin in Arabic signifies guardians, and some commentators have considered this to be the true origin of the word guardians of the secrets, which the Knights Templar took to Europe. The organization of the order under Hassan called for missionaries, friends, who were disciples and Fidavi's devotees. The last group had been added by Hassan to the Ismaili original, and these were the trained killers. Fedavis wore white with a girdle, cap, or boots of red. In addition to careful coaching in where and when to place the dagger in the victim's bosom, they were trained in such things as languages, the dress and manners of monks, merchants, and soldiers, any of whom they were ready to impersonate in carrying out their mission. The chief was known as Sayedna, which means our prince or leader, and popularly, because of the mountain stronghold of Alamut, as the Sheik of the mountain. Now, Alamut, or the stronghold in the mountain, was also known as the Eagle's Nest. And this is what Hitler named his mountain retreat. And there's also an Eagle's Nest near Santa Barbara, California, which very few people know anything about yet. Now, the Sheik of the Mountain is the figure referred to in Crusaders' writings as Sidney, or Senex di Monte, the first word being a literal translation of the word pir, Persian for ancient or sage. There were 3 great missionaries who ruled 3 territories. After the Friends and Fedavis came to the Laziks, aspirants who were being trained for membership of the society but were as yet uninitiated. Now, Hassan reduced the original number of degrees of initiation from 9 to the mystical number of 7. A similar number of regulations formed the rules of the order. This, in fact, comprised the working plan of the spreading of the faith. The first rule was that the missionary must know human psychology in such a way as to be able to select suitable people for admission to the cult, and was summed up in the mnemonic, quote, cast no seed upon rocks, unquote. The second rule of procedure was the application of flattery and gaining the confidence of the prospective member. Third came the casting of doubt into the mind by superior knowledge. Fourthly, the teacher must apply an oath to the student never to betray any of the truths which were to be revealed to him. Now he was told as the 5th stage that Ishmaelism was a powerful secret organization, supported by some of the most important figures of the time. After this, the aspirant was questioned and studied to discover whether he had absorbed the opinions of the teacher and attached himself sufficiently into a position of dependence upon his ideas. And at this stage, he was asked to meditate upon the meaning of the reported saying of the prophet that, quote, paradise lies in the shadow of swords, unquote. In the final degree, many difficult passages of the Quran were explained in terms of allegory. How is it that the rules of this extraordinarily successful order are known in such detail? Well, it so happened that when the Mongols eventually overthrew Alamut by force of arms, their chief, Halaku, meaning destruction, Khan, asked his chief minister to examine their library. This most learned man, father of kings, Jawani, later wrote a careful book in which he detailed the organization of the assassins, whose name he attributed to the use of the drug hashish, which they were said to use in stupefying candidates for the ephemeral visit to paradise. It is possible that recruits were made in another way than by selecting gullible, fully grown youths. Legend has it that Hassan, once master of Alamut, used to buy unwanted children from their parents and train them in implicit obedience and with the sole desire to die in his service. Buzurg Umid, meaning great promise, the second Grand Master is still used today, folks, maintained the power of the assassins on much the same pattern. Building new forts, gaining fresh converts, terrorizing those whom he did not want to have killed, and using them to further his design of world conquest. Sultan Sanjar of Persia, in spite of several expeditions against the Viper's Nest, as Alamut was now being called, could do little about him. Viper's Nest was the term given by the assassins' enemies. The assassins themselves called it the Eagle's Nest. Ambassadors on each side were slain. A notable religious leader was captured by the assassins, given a mock trial, and flung into a furnace. The Grand Master, at this time, seldom put on the field more than 2,000 men at a time. But it must be remembered that they were killers, acting under an iron discipline, and more than a match for any organized army that they might ever have to face. Now the order began to spread in Syria, where the continued contact with the Crusaders was established. The warriors of the Cross were in fairly effective control of an area extending from the Egyptian border to Armenia in the north. Bahram, a Persian leader of the assassin cult from Astrabad, gained control of a mighty fortress in Syria in the region known as the Valley of Demons, Wadi al-Jan, and from there spread out from one fort to another. The Grand Prior, Bahram, now moved to an even more substantial fortified place, Masyat. Bahram's successor, Ismail, the lash-bearer, planted a trained devotee on the saintly vizier of Baghdad, into whose confidence he worked his way to such an extent that this assassin, now called the Father of Trust, was actually made Grand Judge of Baghdad. The Crusaders had by now been about 30 years in the Holy Land, and the assassins decided that they could usefully form an alliance with them aimed against Baghdad. A secret treaty was therefore made between the Grand Master and Baldwin II, King of Jerusalem, whereby the Ismaili Grand Judge would have opened the gates of Baghdad treacherously to the Crusaders if the fortified city of Tyre were handed over to the assassins for their part in the transaction. Well, as with most plans, something went wrong. The judge had ordered an underling to open the city gates. And this service had told the military commander of Damascus, who lost no time in killing the man, the vizier, and 6,000 people believed to be secret assassins within the city. The Damascus garrison fell upon the Crusaders and beat them back in a thunderstorm which the Christian warriors attributed to divine anger at their unworthy pact, and the assassins as an attempt by the power of nature to allow the Crusaders into the city under its cover. Meanwhile, The Grand Master was indulging in an orgy of destruction of individual rulers who opposed his creed. The list is interminable, but this is a fair example. Quote, the celebrated Aksunkur, Prince of Mosul, was a warrior equally dreaded by the Christians and the assassins. As this prince, on his return from Ma'ara Mazrin, where the Muslim and Christian hosts had parted without venturing to engage, entered the mosque at Mosul to perform his devotions, he was attacked at the moment when he was about to take his usual seat by not one, but 8 assassins, disguised as dervishes. 3 of them fell below the blows of the valiant emir, but ere his people could come to his aid, he had received his death wound and expired, unquote. The fanaticism which inspired the killers was shared, it seemed, by other members of their families, who had been thoroughly trained in the bloody creed. For the historian Kamal el-Din relates, on this occasion, when the mother of one of the youths who attempted Aksunkur's life heard that he had been slain, she painted her face and donned the gayest raiment and ornaments, rejoicing that her son had been found worthy to die the glorious death of a martyr in the cause of the Imam. But when she saw him return alive and unscathed, she cut off her hair and blackened her countenance and would not be comforted. Things thus continued for the 14 years and a quarter of the second Grand Master's rule, when he died to nominate his son, Kia Muhammad, as his successor. Under Muhammad, the killings continued. A part of the seacoast of Palestine came into assassin hands, and the cult leaders reaffirmed their overly belief in Orthodox Islam. In public, Ismailis were ordinary Muslims. The secret doctrine of the divinely guided leader was not to be discussed with the uninitiated. Don't miss tomorrow night's show. Good night, and God bless each and every one of you. No matter what country you're in or what language you speak, welcome around the world to the Hour of the Time. I'm your host, William Cooper. Tonight, folks, I come to you with a heavy heart. For another one, actually 2 of my predictions. One has come true, one is about to come true. The one that has come true involved the loss of life and the injury of over 500 people. And of course, I'm talking about the bombing of the World Trade Center in New York City. As far back as 1989 and ever since, I've been predicting major terrorist attacks upon the United States, the primary #1 target, New York City. I've said it so many times, and so many people attending my lectures, listening to my broadcast, and who have read my book are familiar with it. I never enjoy being right when it involves the loss of life and human injury. Nevertheless, it is another chalk mark on the board, and I remain the most accurate predictor of future world events in the history of the world. The one that is about to come true and has not yet is the prediction that I made that the United States would send troops to Yugoslavia. And it appears that that is going to happen in the very near future. Anyway, we will see, won't we? As we move into the New World Order, and all of these events are planned to take us directly into one world totalitarian socialist government. To all those people in the city of New York who lost relatives, or who had friends or relatives that were injured, I offer you my deepest compassion, sympathy, and I wish that I could tell you that that was the end of it, but I can tell you that it is only the beginning. Unless people wake up, it will escalate, and there will be more. Don't forget, folks, Monday, March 15th, 8 p.m., Lafayette Hotel, 2223 El Cajon Boulevard in San Diego. I'll be there. I'll be giving a 3-hour presentation entitled The Sacrificed King on the Assassination of President John F. Kennedy. I will connect it directly to the occult worship of Mystery Babylon, the secret societies, and specifically to the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, which really is just the outward form of the old Knights Templar. And I also have reason to believe, that the Sovereign and Military Order of the Knights of Malta was involved, which is just another branch of the old Templar Order. So make sure that you're there. $40 is the admission fee unless you're a CAGI member. Then the admission fee is $30. I managed to negotiate a 25% discount with the people who are putting this on and who have invited me to speak. If you're not a CAGI member, you can purchase advance tickets at the Controversial Bookstore in San Diego. If you are a CAGI member, you must buy your tickets at the event. That's the only way that we can get you the discount. If you'd like information on this whole conference, it's lasts the whole weekend. There's a lot of Looney Tunes stuff going on there. There are some good speakers. My workshop is Monday night, the last one of the whole conference, and it's not a workshop ticket, so it's a separate event altogether. But you can call and find out about the whole thing just in case you want to go and spend the whole weekend. Call area code 619-492-8588. That's 619-492-8588. And we still need donations to pay for this airtime, folks. Come on, get out your checkbooks and your money orders and help us out here. Send your donation to Stan and make the checks or money orders out to WWCR, not to me. I don't want your money. It goes to pay for airtime. That's it, period. Send them to Stan, P.O. Box 889, Camp Verde, Arizona, 86322. That's Stan, P.O. Box 889, Camp Verde, Arizona, 86322. Tell him Bill sent you. And while you're at it, and even if you don't send a donation, write to Stan or call him and tell him you'd like to receive a packet of information. He'll be glad to send it to you. If you'd like to call him, his number is 602-567-6109. That's 602-567-6109. Please call him during normal waking hours. Stan's getting up there and he likes to get his sleep, and I don't blame him. So please don't call him late in the evening or late at night. Let him have some of his own time. Call him during the day, during normal waking hours or early evening, please. Thank you very much for those of you who are doing that. Those of you who are not, please start. Well, let's continue where we left off. And this is about the society in the Middle East known as the Assassins. And we covered quite a bit of their history already. But this secret society, the most successful of secret societies, showed that its strength ultimately depended upon a powerful leader. Well, Kia Muhammad was no such leader. And little by little it became obvious that his own son, Hassan the Hated, was the stronger personality. Now remember, Kia Muhammad was the old man of the mountain, and the mountain lair was called the Eagle's Nest. Now Hassan, through some magnetic power, was able to capture the imagination of the assassins, soon having it believed that he himself was none other than the power of all powers, the hidden Imam, who had been mentioned by the first Grandmaster, an incarnation of all greatness. So important was Hassan that he was the fountain of power, and others only held a very small measure of authority because he allowed them to have it, for no other reason. This final absurdity was lapped up by members who had been conditioned to believe in things which were not, shall we say, exactly self-evident to the ordinary man. The doctrine of the all-powerful, invisible Imam was a part of Ishmaelism, and Hassan was ready even during his early manhood to assume the role. But since his father was able to assert himself by having some 250 of Hassan's followers murdered, he thought it wiser to hold his hand. In 1163, his chance came. Muhammad died, and Hassan II issued an order to all Ishmaelis to collect below the castle of Alamut. Never before had such an assembly of killers, fanatics, and dedicated perverters of the truth been seen. Hassan, probably in a state of megalomania, assured them that he had received a message from the Almighty, that is, from now, all the bonds of religion were loosed. Everyone might do as he liked. Later, in the modern age, we were to hear that again as, quote, the whole of the law shall be do as thou wilt, unquote. It was not necessary, he said, to keep up pretenses, and furthermore, he, Hassan, was none other than the hidden Imam. His word was law, and he was a form of the divinity, not merely relaying instructions from above, but the divinity. Now there was one further obstacle, folks. According to Ishmaeli doctrine, the hidden Imam was to be of the family of Hashim, the blood of Muhammad the Prophet. Such descendants were known and revered, and it was common knowledge that Hassan too was not one of them. He overcame this difficulty by stating that he was not in fact the true son of Kia Muhammad the Persian, but an adopted child of the Caliphal family of Egypt. This pretense was carried on for 4 years, during which the crazed Hassan showed that he was not as mad as he might have been by consolidating quite efficiently the power of the cult. Eventually, he was assassinated by his brother-in-law, Namwar the Famous. Now the father-to-son succession seemed to be established. Muhammad II, son of Hassan II, began the cultivation of letters and sciences, which was to distinguish successive grandmasters of the order. It was a conceit of his in the time of the greatest flowering of Persian literature that he was supreme among poets and philosophers. He used his assassins also to drive this point well home. The Imam Razi, one of the greatest thinkers of the time, refused to acknowledge the assassins as the most advanced theologians, so Muhammad II sent an envoy to him promising either a swift death by dagger or a pension of several thousand gold pieces a year. Suddenly, Oh, yes, suddenly the learned imam's discourses seemed to lose their bite. One day soon afterwards he was asked why he did not attack the assassins as of old. Because, said the old man with a nervous glance around the assembly where a murderer might lurk, their arguments are so sharp and pointed, and indeed they were. For 35 years, Muhammad II ruled the Ismailis with a rod of iron. The only law was that of obedience to the assassin will. The observances of ritual Islam were abolished. A new star had risen, remember that star? A power to stiffen resistance to crusader penetration. Saladin, who was to become an implacable foe of the assassins. The Syrian branch of the cult grew in power, while the activities of the Eastern assassins were carried out much more quietly, with missionaries being sent to India, Afghanistan, even the remote Pamir Mountains which straddle China and Russia, where even today adherents of the sect are to be found. Saladin had overcome the other Ismaili branch, the original home of assassin Egypt, and restored the true faith to the people of the Nile. He now had enough booty for 10 years' war against the Crusaders in Palestine and troops to spare. His first task was to unify the forces of Islam, and this he determined to do by force, if necessary. Sinan, ancient of the assassin cult in Syria, decided to oppose this terrible enemy of the Fatimites. 3 assassins fell upon Saladin and nearly killed him. This made the sect a priority target for the Saracen chief. The old man of the mountain, for his part, who was now Muhammad II, now unleashed a succession of fanatics and every kind of disguise upon Saladin. And by 1176, Saladin decided that an end must be put to the cult. He invaded their territory and started to lay it waste when the assassin chief offered him freedom of action to fight the Crusaders and no further attempt upon his life, if the cult were spared. Now, these terms were agreed to, and henceforth no assassin ever again attempted to molest Sultan Saladin. This period introduces Sinan as yet another strange and terrible assassin leader, for he had decided that he was the incarnation of all.
Gonna die for your government, die for your country, that shit! You're gonna die for your government, die for your country, that shit! The source of a sickness, but I don't believe what they say, because the government is lying. They've done it before, and don't you know they'll do it again. A secret test, government built by rent, government test group, go put up vouchers. You're gonna die for your government, die for your country, that shit. You're gonna die for your government, die for your country, that shit. Incarcerated and slaughtered by generalize and power. You give them your life, then give you a stab in the back. Radiation, Agent Orange, tested on US souls, guinea pigs for Western corporations. I never have, I never will pledge allegiance to the flag you're gonna use. You're gonna die for your government, die for your country, that shit. You're gonna die for your government, die for your country, that shit. I'm gonna need
I don't know how long my mic was on. I hope you guys didn't hear me coughing too much or anything. But the one thing I'll say, here's the deal, the video wasn't wrong about Chile backing up, but it wasn't exactly honest either. Because if you watch the actual video, if you notice, Brian cut off the audio when he showed Chile backing up, because Chile actually started backing up as soon as the cop got out of the car. Chile was backing up by himself. But when the cop said, the cop told him to move back, that's when he only moved inches. So while it's true that he was standing closer before the order, like Brian's video said, he did just move only mere inches after that jackboot thug doggy told him to, gave him the unlawful order, one might say. So there's that. You know, I'm on the side of truth, whatever it is.
Tell me what to do, but I don't need you to tell me what to be. Fuck you! I don't need you to tell me what to say, and I don't need you to tell me what to think. What to think, what to think, what to think, what to think. Die for your government, die for your country, that's shit. You're gonna die for your government, die for your country, that's shit. You're gonna die.
I want to just show this video again. It's a quick one. I don't know if... Don't blink, you'll miss it. But it looks like a drug pass-off to me inside of a cop car. With the movie stars. Oh. Couldn't be, right? And nothing suspicious at all. Nothing suspicious. Nope. Definitely not a drug handoff.
Die for your government, die for your country, that's shit. You're gonna die for your government, die for your country, that's shit. You're gonna die for your government, die for your country, that's shit. You're gonna die for your government.
Well, Drophead, I contacted a lawyer that said 3,400 Canadian, so like under 3,000 American, to try to go after them for my arrest 2 years ago that was dropped by the Crown when I was trespassed from property I was never on. But no, I have a monopod. I don't really use it too much. I mostly just stick with my body-worn camera now, because I can strap it on me. And Toronto's a dangerous place. You want to be able to have two hands free. Yeah, definitely public photography in a country that does not like freedom is dangerous. And in a metropolis, nonetheless, like a communist metropolis, right? People despise freedom here, and they will attack you, and have attacked me. Thankfully for them, I'm dedicated to nonviolence, even when people attack me.
Die for your country, that's shit. You're gonna die for your government, die for your country, that's shit. You're gonna die for your government, die for your country, that's shit. You're gonna die.
You tell me this guy is not a pedo, working for the mainstream media false prophet? I'm just saying, the mainstream media are pedos. It's not, news to anyone at this point, right? Mainstream media are pedos? In agreement?
just died in your arms tonight. I just died in your arms tonight. It must have been some kind of kiss. I should have walked away. I should have walked away.
Yeah, those glasses saved me when one of the freedomers tried to hit me in the head with their flag. Nicked my glasses, but I'm pretty quick being able to go backwards, you know? Like when someone swings on you, too. That's come in handy being a citizen journalist in Toronto.
Access, but it's a little suspicious.
What's suspicious?
Mask. You can see me, I can't see you. These fine.
A mask in a pandemic
Oh,
is suspicious.
It's really quiet.
The full face covering is. You know, government mandate says, you know, you don't have to wear a mask. But I'm just, you know, it's not just, I'm not worried about them. I'm worried about me. Why are you recording where I am?
David Cormier,
Yeah.
why am I recording where you are? Because you came up and talked to me.
No, like why are you recording a camera?
Did you guys see that? The God works in mysterious ways, right? You can see his ID here. I read it, and God flips it on him. Like, how did you know my name?
Why are you recording where I am?
David Cormier,
Yeah.
why am I recording where you are? Because you came up and talked to me.
No, like why are you recording a
And then he pockets it.
Like these people want to know too.
They want to know?
Yeah.
How bad do you want to know?
Bad enough. That's why I stopped my van to come and ask you. I mean, you can record me all you want. I'm not breaking any laws. Neither are you. But, you know, everybody kind of wants to know.
I already told them.
Well, what are you doing?
I already told them. And you can see what I'm doing, and I already told them why.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, some original content. Original me. It's me. It's actual me right now. Originally in my kitchen. From my kitchen. Check it out. My standing desk is a toaster oven and the Mormon Bible that my laptop sits on. Standing desk, folks. They're really handy. Well, standing all day isn't great for you either. My computer started like yelling when I did that. Alright. Original content. Bye-bye. I guess we should start with the good stuff. Right? Get the hooks in. Bunch of cucks. Yeah. Michael Cormier. He did a double take on his placard. And then stuffed it in his coat. But you have thousands of dollars worth of equipment. Oh, really? No, I have like $100 costume. I upgraded my costume. Actually, that vest I had that day was shit. A little too small for me, I think. My new vest is freaking awesome. Israeli made. What the? Alright. 334. Bear with me, folks. Browsing files. I made my first ever thumbnail today. If I can show it here on stream. That's loud.
There is a rally by the Palestinian youth movement happening down the street at Bay and Front Street at 2:30. If you're going, go with people, and we'll ask you all to get up, take your time, and step off the street and onto the sidewalk. The marshals will help you get there. Be safe and be together, and let's continue fighting.
Well, lady, what'd that dog do to you?
Fuck out of my face.
I'm not in your face.
Whoa, lady. Language, lady.
Fuck out of my face.
Holy.
Wow. Well, you're white passing.
Oh, I'm white passing. I'm white passing, guys.
And don't cause these rifts.
Guys are here today. At least the lady that was on the mic. She was proudly and prominently displaying a brand of child slave made clothing.
What are you really doing?
Asking questions.
Don't ask questions.
Don't ask questions.
People that are here in solidarity, and don't cause these rifts. We don't need it from white people like you.
White people, wow.
Well, you're white passing, so my apologies if you're not white. But get the fuck out of my face.
My apologies if you're not white, but if you are white, get the fuck out of my face. She wishes I was in her face.
I'm not in your face. Am I in your mouth or your nose or your eye?
Are you okay?
Are you okay? You need a trigger tissue? I'm not in your face. Am I in your mouth or your nose or your eye?
Are you okay?
Are you okay? You need a trigger tissue? Snowflake?
Are you good in your head?
No.
Okay, good. So this isn't the place, and I'm
Does
not
it make you
good in
feel?
my head.
Does it make you feel better that I'm not good in my head? I didn't do anything, you lady. I just asked this guy a question.
Can we just walk away? Yeah. People ask you to leave.
You can walk away just as much as I can.
All you're doing is harassing.
All you're doing is harassing me, telling me to walk away. Walk away. Walk away. This is the young person that was criminally intimidating me earlier. You come back for round 2 of intimidation.
I just saw your mom one of these webinars today. It's very cute.
Do you want to answer the question, sir?
I didn't see the shirt.
Yes, Guess Jeans. They're well known for using child slavery.
What do you think? Pretty intense, eh? Let's go to the beginning.
Something like free status for Latin America.
Okay. Official citizenship status or stuff like that.
It is, yeah.
Landed immigrant status.
It was windier than I thought that day. Oh, here we get glossy news. I don't know, maybe they're being targeted now, so they're not marking their vehicles or something, but the back of this guy's van is just full of government bloat.
Looks like corporate news.
It's government funded.
CBC? Sorry?
What do you think?
Well, I hear government-funded propaganda. I think CBC.
He said government funded, and so is it... I did see a TV van recently. Is it CBC? The CBC? No, I'm the CBC, but is it the CBC? The CBC? The Canadian Broadcasting Corporation?
A lot of expensive equipment. Whereas my channel functions on a $100 body-worn camera. The citizens have the BWCs. The government has the oversized waste. What do you think wins? Government waste or BWCs? The war on information.
I'll never stop using the BWC joke.
How do you feel about being the propaganda wing of global socialism in Canada? Also known as GLOTSI, like the Nazis, the National Socialists. Did you think when you were listening to punk rock in the 90s that you turned out to be a global socialist? No comment from corporate media.
Thank you so much, Connie. These programs are expiring in June of this year, so we have to act quickly. We have to continue fighting.
Whoa.
This is the moment. Now we're ready to watch.
Slavery. I covered this last year, I think. The slavery for all.
This is the moment to face this
People are happy to be the king's subjects here in China, even though we're global socialists. It's national socialists. We're the Nazis, we are the Glotsies. And all these people are Glotzy proud. And they want to recruit more international Glotsies to join and say Heil Trudeau and say Heil PP and say Heil whoever's on the television and bow to their tyranny, bow to their authoritarianism. More authoritarianism. More authoritarianism. More people to become subjects to authoritarianism. More people to fund the wars. More people for bombs for Gaza. Work for the king, give your taxes for bombs. All for the king, the Most High.
What do we want?
More taxes.
What do we want?
More immigrants to pay taxes.
What do we want?
Bombs.
What do we want?
Violence.
When do we want it?
Now.
Do we want it?
Now.
Let's get it done.
Yeah, tyranny. More people to buy guns to bomb poor people. Woo! More bombing of poor people through tax dollars.
It is a march.
Woo!
Dance to Changi and louder. Deja tus giras. Toda mi gente latina está lista para divertirse hoy.
More subjects.
Claro, vamos a hacer chantis.
More subjects for the king. Woo! Tyranny!
When do we want it?
Now!
When do we want it?
Tyranny!
When do we want it?
Now! We want more birth certificate bonds! Woo!
We win! United we fight! When we fight, we win! United we fight! When we fight, we win! United we fight! When we fight,
So they're advocating for violence at this point.
when we fight!
Fighting the monopoly on violence is stupid, just like protesting. Like the whole premise is ridiculous. They want to invite more people to be in a bigger group to enforce the might of the state on people that don't have the sophisticated weaponry. And with official status, they pay more taxes and more taxes in these efforts. Now the same people will be protesting against war next weekend, or when it's fashionable to them. But here they're advocating for more taxation, more exploitation of the working class from these countries. That's the thing, a lot of the immigrants that are coming are the most agile workforce, and so by accepting all these immigrants, we're depriving the indigenous countries of their most agile workforce. Well, I spotted some state violence workers.
Justin, no! Justin, no! You're gonna have to get louder when we start our bridges. Yeah? Okay.
Comment?
El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido.
Comment on the traffic blockage?
El pueblo unido
Comment?
será vencido. El
Comment?
pueblo united.
Comment on the protests and the traffic blockage?
What is this for?
For status for Latin immigrants. Official status so that they can start paying taxes and get jobs and benefits and all that stuff. You think how do you feel about them blocking traffic today?
Or so I heard.
But do you have somewhere you have to go?
Yes, I do.
You look like a hard-working man.
Of course I am.
He's got buckets and stuff in the back, deal with drywall and stuff.
Yeah, I have no choice. What can I do?
Yeah.
Well, you know, to me, the Latino community don't bother me. They work hard.
Yeah.
So, I mean, why not status?
Well, what do you think about the whole idea of it, that now they're just going to be more subject to the king, subject to taxation, and all the efforts that Canada goes into bombing other countries and participating in NATO for what seems like a one-world government?
Well,
So my body cam takes 10-minute videos. Which means I just need to find the next one.
I don't agree with no war. I don't agree with fighting or anything like that. I'm a peaceful kind of person, but sometimes you can't.
Oh, what am I gorilla taping? My my glasses. Can you see the right lens? Look at it. It's like I tried to tape it, but you'll see.
Can't do nothing, you know.
You don't think one person has the power to change the world?
Well, there's people that control the world that we can't see, we can't vote for.
Yeah,
we don't know who they are.
The assassins.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it comes from. It's actually comes from the ancient order of assassins. They're a pseudo-Islam guild that created the Knights Templar, and then the Knights Templar became the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, and also the pirates when they got kicked out of France for usury. They were the first global banks, and they still have their hold today. Yeah. And those are the people that we need to start looking at, and those are the people who are pulling the strings, and they lie to us because they don't have good intent. You know, if you have good intent and the people will love you for what you're doing, then you'll be open about what you're doing. We see so many lies today, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Who knows what to believe today, right?
Like, look at the United States. 70% of the people, they don't want the same election, Trump and Biden, but we have no choice. 70% of Americans, you telling me they couldn't find anybody more smarter than those two? It's crazy, but we have no choice. These are your own two choices, so what can you do?
I recommend to my American viewers that we vote none of the above on the next election, in every election, and once none of the above wins, we get new parties.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, well, it looks like the protest is moving on. Thank you so much for your comment.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. Heil Trudeau! Heil PP! Glotsy proud! I'm Glotsy proud! Don't arrest me, I love government! Heil Trudeau! Don't arrest me! What do you guys think of the protest? What do you think? Anything to say about the protest?
What are you protesting about?
And that's the thing. Well, they've been shouting, you've been standing here, what are they protesting about?
Justice, whatever justice is.
Justice, yeah, justice. I guess to them justice means getting your landed immigrant status.
Yeah, or getting rid of Trudeau.
No, that's not what it's for.
I can't believe these guys don't have papers. I mean, a lot of the people I see here, they don't look like farmers.
No. Well, we're in a city, so there's not too many farmers in the city. It would be out of place for farmers to be in a city, don't you think?
Yeah.
So why would you bring up farmers?
Well, it's better than eating garbage that the supermarkets are selling you. Right?
Okay, that's true. Yeah, processed food is garbage.
What I want my food coming from Australia to here or China.
Yeah, it's irradiated first, so it's good for you.
But we got so much land in Canada, right?
Absolutely.
Why don't we grow it here?
We do have a large agricultural industry in Canada, for sure. We do a lot of exporting. Thank you, sir. Corporate media, propagandists. When you were listening to punk rock in the 90s, did you think that you would be part of the propaganda wing of global socialism? Global socialism! Did you always want to be part of the military wing and the blue line war on the people? Do you enjoy torture, cuffing people based on suspicion? And crimes of impunity against citizen journalists. Article 19. Stop arresting peaceful journalists and torturing us. Stop killing us. Toronto Police, Chief Tabasco. Thank you for your disservice. Thank you for preserving disorder on the streets of Toronto. Heil Trudeau. Heil Trudeau. Heil PP. Heil whoever's on the screen. Heil PP. Heil Trudeau. Authoritarianism! Yesterday! Someone that's very passionate at the front of this, or the middle front.
Uno Momento, a professional streamer, by the way. 27. Oh. I'm glad you guys can hear it okay. Is it in double or anything, or is it all good? Do I get it 5x5?
Heil Trudeau! Heil Trudeau! Heil Trudeau!
Okay, I'll turn it down a bit. It's already at negative. It's at negative 30 decibels right now.
I'm doing? What do you think I'm doing?
You're counting. Are you counting for Hassan? No. Okay, you're doing that.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm a community journalist. Sorry, my mouth is a little dry.
Community journalist?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, I'm from Koreatown here.
Oh, excellent. That's great. Okay.
Chinese or glossy bro?
Proud socialists.
So the lady on the mic, I mentioned how lively she was earlier, and she gave me like the dirtiest look. And she's the lady that was wearing the Guess jeans jacket that my mere questioning other people, other non-white people who are in solidarity, that they're very in solidarity and very welcoming to all non-white people, but white people can't ask questions. Yeah. She was the one wearing the Guess jeans, the one on the mic. That was important to point that out and regularize everyone. That comes up a bit later. Why use that term? Right? Why would anyone ever seek to be regular?
Super fun. But yeah, I don't know. Good.
I think actually being Chile is better.
Okay, actually, so we have a Freemasonry symbol. Let's go take a closer look.
One thing I want to point out that you'll see is anytime I started to have conversation with a man, as men do, we conversed to come to mutual understanding, closer to the truth. A woman was following me by the end, but women would always interject whenever men were happy to converse with me. And the men had no balls and didn't say, you know what, lady, I can speak to whoever I want to. You don't tell me who I talk to. But no. Probably there's a social clique in the circuit, the protest march, pat myself on the back for a job not done circuit, a social hierarchy, and you didn't want to get henpecked down. I asked him a question about Lenin. It's the one guy specifically, because, he had a beard. Come on. He had a beard. But he just let the woman say, no, don't talk to him. And it happened over and over. And then eventually that snowflake meltdown at the end there that we saw earlier. It's just the same phenomenon. I see it in other places as well. So it's not just here. It's like the woman butting in when the men are talking. Right? Don't do that, ladies. And no one would tell me what regularize actually means, but I'll ask some questions about the issue to people holding the signs.
See the squaring compass and the all-seeing eye? I said we see the squaring compass and the all-seeing eye. You hear the symbols, you don't know what it means?
No English, Spanish.
Symbol? They were the symbols and they feign no English. En français? En français? En français? Français? No
Ne pas de français, ne pas d'anglais.
Français, no English? So, je ne parle pas français. I don't know, I don't speak French.
Je ne parle pas français.
Je ne parle pas français.
Everyone, please come forward. There's a lot of us in the back. We want to make sure we're taking this intersection. Come forward, step forward. Come forward, everyone.
This desk here is the Commies. They're distributing communist literature freely and overtly on the streets of China.
Let's continue. So now I'm gonna call on people speaker.
What do you think about the police being dispatched when people exercise the right to assemble?
I mean, we see them at every gathering generally, but it's pretty disgusting. The more and more you see them, the more ridiculous they seem. Like lining up those troops, like for something like this.
Upon reflection, maybe I was wrong to give him credit for not letting him tell a woman to be quiet, to infringe, waive his inalienable right to speech, because some chick said so.
Yeah, I think for this, it's more traffic control. Things are moving, but yeah, when they're even...
Close. No, not China da. China duh. Like duh.
Even if it's a stationary protest, police will be there. Why do police have to be somewhere where people are exercising rights?
Well, I mean, I would say because they are the body that is protecting the capitalist state. In general, like workers organizing is not good for the capitalist state, so they're here to really keep an eye on us. And I think a little bit of traffic, this and that. But I think the protest last night downtown in front of the King James Hotel.
The capitalist state. We live in a capitalist state, not a socialist state.
A great example. Those are like thousands of citizens who want to protest our government supporting genocide in Palestine, and they had like 30 horses lined up. They had these little militarized battalions of police. I think it really shows that like our democracy is a sham in the end. The people stand up and share, like fight back, and speak their own mind. The police show up to quiet it down, and the mass media doesn't pick it up and share our story either.
Do you think that the claim that we're capitalists might also be a sham? That we are in fact communists already?
I do not think we're communists already. We don't have a state-controlled economy, and we don't have workers' control. Those are the two conditions.
So there's no minimum wage?
There is a minimum wage, of course.
What are you talking about specifically then? So that's one example of state control of the economy.
So, I mean...
We have a Federal Reserve Bank owned by the monarchy?
I would say do the workers have control.
Okay, did the workers have control of communist Russia?
For a little bit. For a small period of time.
Okay, for a small period of time they did?
Less than a couple of decades, yeah. Yeah,
or maybe less than a couple of days during the revolution.
While it was communist, but it was until, I'd say, the mid-20s when they lost control to the bureaucracy, which was gaining power. And we have a lot of literature on that if you'd like to take a look. Yeah, it was cool.
It's kind of true. At first, the communists were working for the people, but the oligarchs weren't willing to go along if it meant that they couldn't keep living like pigs.
By an authoritarian regime. Once Stalin took over, it started to go downhill.
Right, government,
not democratic.
That's what happens with government. There's always an authoritarian that takes over.
That's what happens.
Give me any free people and give them democracy, they will vote themselves into slavery every time. Because they are weak.
A government that is tied to monetary interests of the elite. So the problem...
That is what happened in communism.
The communism that we advocate for is different from the perception of what most people have communism is.
Right.
The communism that we advocate for is one in which we
prohibit the monopolization of key industries, such as the sphere of influence, which is communications. The internet is owned by a handful of people.
What about the Bar Association?
Sorry?
What about the Bar Association that all the judges and lawyers belong to?
Yeah, they're also bought. The elite have bought into all the systems. They're dividing us between right and left, and the true enemy is...
It's not really right and left, though. It's just...
we think it's right and left. It's a perception. It's an issue of perception. We need to band together and eliminate the true problem, which is the parasitic elite that have monopolized these important industries that are important. It's like somebody owning all of the roads.
What industry specifically today?
AWS, Amazon Web Services. That's where the internet runs. That's owned and led by just one person. Okay. So that's a tactic. We stand against that. So that's one thing that I think you and I could agree on.
I'm sure we can agree on a lot of things.
Yeah. And so we should work together. That's what communism is. Democratic working together of what we all see as necessities to bring back the ability to live in peace.
What do you think about...
Yeah, I definitely agree that Amazon having control of all the internet servers is a dangerous thing in the information war and for the freedom of information.
When Lenin said, take any free people and give them democracy and they'll vote themselves into slavery.
When Lenin said what?
Give any free people democracy and they'll vote themselves into slavery.
Did you want to pick up any literature today?
I took
So did you want any literature?
You don't like having public conversation? Why?
If we're not looking for literature,
what specifically about me? I've been here long enough. I can move along on public property. So can you. I think you've been here long enough. You move along. No. See how freedom works? Yeah. You don't like freedom, do you? You like totalitarianism.
As I was saying, are you interested in literature at all?
You didn't ask for my consent.
Oh, I didn't ask for your consent in public to record you?
Yeah, you have to ask to put this out.
Call the fascists. Call state violence workers to do something. It's not the law. It's not. I'm a constitutional law scholar. Yeah, I'm a game changer. We don't stop.
Oh yeah, concept is what?
What's wrong with public conversation? I'm not taking a position. I'm just asking questions. You're wasting your time. All right?
Just ignore them.
I know.
I put my camera in my hoodie to get a drink of water.
We are unstoppable!
Instead, trying to block the conversation.
Sorry, I can't hear you. The richest few in the richest countries steal from the poorest countries, but they also steal us.
Yeah, they steal our birth certificate bombs. That's right. Now you'll work for the king and get started.
We wake up as
more bombs.
From the crack of dawn.
More bombs for Gaza.
Our eyes are red. Our hands are bruised. So we get on buses, on bikes, and in our cars to go to work. And what do we get paid? We get paid in insults. We get paid in abuse. We get paid in wars for our streets in the sunshine. We get paid in steaks.
And torture cuts.
We work hard, the bosses say work harder. Is that true? We work fast, the bosses say work faster. Is that true? We fall sick. We fall sick. They keep telling us that the money that we are getting from one hand to from one boss, what are we doing with it? We're using it to pay the other boss. We take the money
Was it specifically the Lenin quote?
The phone company. And we.
I don't own a phone. No, I don't own a phone, actually. I don't own a mobile radiation spying device. You all stare at your phones. You all stare at your phones.
Touch our phones.
What about touching grass?
Who they call essential are also all.
What do you guys think about touching grass? That's true, we are on the concrete jungle. Where it started though.
Is that fair? Is that just? No. Is that true? We will not fall for this, is that right? We do not accept this, is that true? And I want us to be clear, migrants are fighting back. In this march are hundreds of migrants and undocumented people who are saying, though we may be undocumented, we are also unafraid. And so without fear, with joy and with courage, we are stepping into spring. We are saying we reject the separation of workers. We are uniting and we are calling for what? We are calling for status for all. What do we want? What do we want? Because this is the way to unite the working class.
Slavery for all!
Because this is the way that we are going. Now, what do we want?
Slavery for all!
Some that are promised regularization in the spring and spring. What do we want?
Slavery for all! Authoritarianism!
And we are saying no because what do we want?
Slavery for the king's people!
Displacement and catastrophe. And we say no. And our back to that is what? Status for all. What do we want? What do we want? Are you going to be fighting?
Yeah, stop paying taxes! Woo! Are you willing to stop paying taxes? Under threat of arrest! No, you'll do whatever the people with the guns say to do! You'll do whatever the people with the guns say to do! Yes, those people! You'll do whatever those people say! Heil Trudeau! Heil Trudeau! Heil Trudeau! Heil Trudeau! Heil Pee-Pee! Heil Pee-Pee! Heil Pee-Pee! Heil whoever's on the TV! Heil the TV! Heil the TV!
A neighborhood known for resistance. Resistance runs through my blood. I come from the people of stones. I was taught to know that our liberation is not a dream, but not a matter of an if, but when.
Alcohol is the worst drug. Do you guys agree that alcohol is the worst drug?
Years, my people have
Yes?
witnessed
Because of its pervasiveness and ease in manufacture?
since October 7th, more than 900.
Oh, she gave him the SWAT, you're not allowed to talk. What's your favorite video game?
32,000 dead, 54 of which are my family. During this genocide, my family didn't just experience loss of life.
I will not comply. Hell yeah. Fuck you. I agree with your freedom to say it. First Nation.
Allows Palestinian Canadians to apply for their families to come here. But this program is not equal.
Freedom of speech everywhere surrounding this gentleman.
Government, as it requires the
saw you last year.
You saw me where?
Here.
The same protest? Yeah. I was here. I live close to Christie Pit, so I just
One moment. Yeah, this guy loves government. This guy is glotsy proud.
hear it and I come. I didn't really send you the footage.
Oh, that's all right. You had the same issues that I have with Justin Trudeau, right?
Well, I have issue with government in general. Yeah.
The government is so fucking corrupt.
Exactly, yeah. Well, it's actually run by secret societies, even at the municipal level, and they target sociopaths to hire so that they will get sexual pleasure from depriving citizens of rights. And so there's now a brain test actually to find sociopaths. So I feel that we should be going to government and saying, let's scan all you sexually deviant bastards and weed out the sociopaths to stop violating the rights of the people. What do you think about that?
It's one top topic to discuss.
Yeah, sociopathy is.
My major topics are poverty in the city, transportation in the city should be free.
Nothing's free. You mean the government should pay for it? You mean the taxpayers should pay for it?
The housing, for everybody.
Who builds it though?
Well, Justin Trudeau, therefore, and the taxpayers.
The taxpayers have to pay for it. Or the banks are controlled, right? If I could take the bank loan and build it and make money.
Or these glorious bastards, if they couldn't listen to us. Listen, guys. You want to build a condo, you're displacing long-term migrant residents, in the area. Because they have to demolish their own homes, right? So there is no hope for them to come back paying $2,000 rent. So we asked them, listen, how about make a rezoning bylaw to allow poor residents to qualify to live at least 10% in the buildings. You know what I'm saying? And to make it fair for everybody.
I did not know what he was saying. I tuned him out this time and that time when I was standing there. That's a lot of free speech, and you know what? When you got that much free speech, you gotta question how much free action you got in there too.
I don't know. It's tough to.
We fought for that during the years of Rob Ford when he was the mayor. We fought for that when John Tory was the mayor.
You admit to government corruption, but yet you appeal to government anyway.
Because
to fix the problems.
They're decision makers.
Even though you could go to a bank and ask for a loan to make your own buildings, right?
Oh yeah, who does that? Co-ops.
Co-ops. Yeah, I don't think depending on government waste is a great way to make the world better.
Co-op members also contribute too with their housing fee.
Yeah, I've been part of a housing co-op before.
Yeah, have you?
Yeah.
How do you like it?
It was fun. I liked the service that it allotted. Like cleanups and maintenance and stuff.
Yes. It's a very different type of social housing.
It's not as private as I would like though. on the other hand.
Oh no, eh?
I'm a private person, typically.
Yeah.
Do I see who else I can find that wants to exercise some free speech?
All right, man. I'm totally agree to disagree with you at the end of the day.
About what?
And remain civil.
About what?
At any topic.
About the efficacy of government and the morality of armed men with guns stealing your money in order to spend it poorly? You can disagree with that?
I won't disagree with you.
Okay.
Face deportation or maybe undocumented. That is a shame. Time is running out, which expired on June 17th. Time is running out. Time is running out. And here we are today to put emphasis on this and to point for it. We are already seeing many workers deny permanent residency because of unfair language testing and education.
Just I'll call out.
Is that part of the uniform? It should be a pig.
You guys know those guys, right? No, who is this?
You guys don't know me?
It's the Doom guy.
Do you know me?
Yes, I do.
Do you know the name of my channel?
Remind me.
It's the CBC, but we're not government propaganda.
What's the name of your YouTube channel?
The Citizens' Broadcasting Cooperative. Citizens is.
Citizens is.
Yeah.
Is that a word?
Yeah, it's the plural possessive of citizen.
Citizens.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, like Princess Gates is the Princess Gates.
Because she owns them.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
But if there was two princesses, it would be the princesses' gate.
There you go.
They're controlling the...
Yes.
Also known as the friendly neighborhood newsman. A whoosh of the air, son of book, first of his name.
Absolutely disgraceful that we are willing to take advantage of migrant workers for their labor and then starve them. It's a shame. Permanent resident status means access to rights. It means that workers cannot be exploited.
Privileges, access to privileges.
Status also means access to service. It means access to health care.
Privileges.
A cornerstone of Canadian values.
Some Canadian values. Some people think that they can spend their money better than the government can, even when it comes to healthcare, and especially in most cases.
Right now, we have a historic opportunity to fix the inequity that leaves so many good people, so many people that are here today at risk.
Why did they come here with nothing?
Why are they at risk? It is needless. There are more than 2 million people in Canada who need and deserve equal rights.
Far fewer citizen journalists who deserve equal rights, because we get tortured and killed.
We fully endorse the proposals created by the Migrant Workers Network, the Migrant Rights Network, the regularization program. We stand in solidarity with migrant
Regularization. I would hate to ever be regularized.
families and refugees.
Being regular sounds so blasé.
Silently by for one more minute as people who do so much.
We got the Illuminati lady.
No
That.
excuses, Minister. Stop the suffering. Stop the injustice. And act now. What do we want?
Axe the vax.
What do we want?
Come back.
What do we want? What do we want it? What do we want?
Authoritarianism!
People are suffering because they are sick, injured, or have health problems. They are suffering because the Ontario government took away access to healthcare in March 2023. Right now, our communities are having to pay thousands of dollars to get admitted, get simple, life-saving medical procedures, or assisted with chronic health problems. People are dying. People's health is getting worse every day. It is acceptable.
Axe the vax.
Axe the
Our
vax!
communities face so many barriers to access basic health care. Everyone living or working
Axe the vax!
have access to universal
Axe the
health care,
vax!
regardless of
The
immigration
genetic
status.
experiment! Not a vaccine! Axe the vax! You want to talk about healthcare? Axe the vax!
Get involved in the healthcare for all campaign. We need you. Are you joining us? Are you joining us?
Authoritarianism! Yesterday! Totalitarianism! Medical tyranny! We want medical tyranny and more people to be subjected to it!
Putting pressure on decision makers to
More medical tyranny!
If you are part of an organization, you're part of a union, please send a letter to the Prime Minister and Immigration Minister. And let's get this fight together. We can send more information.
I'm on it this time. Get wrecked. Amateur streaming.
About that. We're also going to start moving and head to Deputy Prime Minister Christian Freeman's office. And when we get there, you know what we're going to do? We're going to take it up a notch. Are you ready to take it up a notch?
Got a scopophobe? It's okay, I'll respect your scopophobia. I said I will respect your scopophobia. Orange Lives Matter. What do you think of these commies out here? Lovely. You love communism? Not everybody.
Are you ready to begin marching? Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Sidewalk chalk. It's like it thinned out quite a bit. What do you think about communists freely advertising on the streets of Toronto? Hate it. You hate it? Yeah. You hate free speech? Not free speech. Blocking traffic. Blocking traffic. He hates the freedom of assembly. He doesn't hate 2B, he hates 2C. How's it going? You guys from 14? How do you like this detail?
Pretty easy. Don't have to worry about the real criminals.
Guess not. We're here.
Is it weird that you have to be dispatched whenever people are exercising their rights? Doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose of a right when armed state violence workers need to come and...
We're here to make sure everyone's peaceful and everyone's safe.
Isn't that weird though, that just because people are exercising their rights, you guys need to be here?
No, we're making sure everyone's safe and peaceful.
Yeah, I think it's weird that the exercise of rights prompts a police response.
And if something happened to you, who would you call?
Nobody.
Nobody. All right.
I've had other people call you guys on my behalf and refuse to investigate. So
in case like this, would it be like an accident here?
I've actually been at the same protest last year. I was assaulted, and Toronto police. I told them, and Toronto police did nothing. So what do you think about that? An inconvenient truth. I can't talk about that. I wasn't there. It's above my pay grade. All the cops plating you on. Yeah, great. Thanks for the propaganda.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
The conversation that the truth becomes evident. We got the special squad, the SS police. You know, a lot of them are mental. They can't handle the actual beat because they're mental diminishment. So they go to the special constables. Did you know that the special constables are typically mentally deficient and unfit for duty, normal duty?
They're special. Like Gutierrez is the special squad. Toronto queer cop, the special squad. We're so special. So, unlike America, Canada has 2 official languages. America has no official languages, which speaks to its rich history of immigration. On the other hand, Canada has 2 official languages, English and French. And I thought you had to speak at least one of them to live here, the Illuminati lady who said she doesn't speak English in like a perfect English accent. So at the protest the last year, I said to the police, what do you think? Without you guys here, that people would just drive into protesters? And then this happened. And then TPS didn't do anything anyway.
crimes of impunity against citizen journalists. You guys want to be regular? You guys want to be regular? You want everybody to be regular? What about be extraordinary? Wouldn't you rather people be extraordinary? No? Everybody should be mundane, you know, vax takers, diminished capacity. What about people with increased mental capacity? What happens to them when everybody's regular?
We need exceptional people.
That's a heck of a name.
What?
Your name.
I appreciate it.
How do I pronounce that?
You can take a guess. How do you think?
Boom Baptist.
You nailed it. Actually, it's how you pronounce it.
Boom Baptist.
There you go.
11728.
You got it.
Is that, what type of number is that?
I don't know what. I'm not sure how to describe the number. What do you mean?
Is it like a badge number?
Badge number.
Oh, okay.
That's correct.
Cool.
11728.
That's Kismet.
Fingers crossed. Yeah.
Yeah, you too. Can't stay safe, stay free. 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 You can't stay safe, stay free. Safety, freedom. Safety, freedom. Safety, freedom. Safety, freedom. Safety, freedom. Safety, freedom.
Gotta get better at those doggy shots. Mental note. Noted.
Record the police. Always record the police. The camera is a game changer. How would you rate your interaction? Sorry? Are you recording? Yeah. It depends if it's not a public exits or not. You don't want to rate your service from Toronto Police today?
That's a no comment.
That's the sound of a beast. That gives me some energy. Woo, woo. Woo, woo. Woo, woo. Woo, woo.
Crazy, how you doing?
Hey, Stripes.
What can I do for you? Sorry.
I think you're doing the most work of anyone I've seen so far. Any comment on the misogyny at Toronto Police? Did you know Effie? It's at the CBC 1984 on YouTube if you want to give me an anonymous tip about misogyny at Toronto Police or any other matters. Alec Guinness.
Sit, slaves, sit.
Todos, por favor, siéntense en el suelo. Todos siéntense, todos y todas siéntense en el suelo.
That means you, doggies! Sit!
If you're not able
Sit,
to
doggies!
sit, you can stay standing.
Sit, doggies!
Look aside to make sure others can see us. But if you are able to, please sit. Quien se pueda sentar, por favor, siéntese. La gente que no pueda sentarse, manténgase.
Sit, doggies! Sit, doggies! Bad doggies!
Today, just
Bad
here in
doggies!
Toronto,
Sit!
are 1,000
Sit,
of us.
doggies!
And when there are 1,000 of us, we are safe. We can defend each other. We can protect each other. Know that the people around you are your people.
Bad doggy. This is. Did you know that persistent following is considered criminal intimidation under law? So I'll let you know that. So if you want, I will give you the opportunity to persistently follow me in front of these officers if that's your desire. Think she's gonna persistently follow me anymore? Now that I told her about the intimidation statute? It's amazing what a little bit of knowledge will do to bring down criminality. If everyone knew that it was, criminal to persistently follow someone, they wouldn't do it. Case in point. Do you guys know that that's part of the criminal intimidation? That's one of the factors. Persistent following. Who's the smiley guy? How's it going?
Great, it's a wonderful day.
Shrazawaski.
Close enough.
Can you say it for me?
Hold on to tough.
Holy! Russian?
Close.
Not Russian. I'm sad.
My name is Maria, arriving Canada 2 years ago.
I only know a couple Russian words. Trattoya, sidewalk, and doroga. You'd be cool if you did. I'm pro-Russian, but also Heil Trudeau and Heil Pee-Pee. And Heil whoever's on the TV. I don't speak Spanish or Portuguese, whatever it is. Je parle un petit français, mais...
I have had very bad experiences. I have to live with the constant fear, and because they believe that as a documented woman, they can abuse me by offering me work for less than minimum wage. I live in a basement, sleeping in the living room. I share with 3 people, and sometimes I cannot so that they have a place to live.
Glotzy News is running. Run, Glotzy News, run! What's that? No, it's people that want to qualify for welfare. That's one of the rights, right? The right to welfare? Ontario work? Don't work? Ontario work?
really dedicated to the whole sitting thing.
What do you guys think about fear of cameras?
I'm very scared.
Yeah.
Some people are.
Some people like it more than others, for sure.
That's actually, it's the fear of being
Auditors hate me.
stared at, which when we were, still cavemen, if something was staring at us, that means that we were its meal.
Yeah.
And so people see the camera, and then that triggers the amygdala in the brain. Yeah. A lot of YouTubers make their living off of just going store to store, triggering this fear of predators, and then getting a police response. They make millions.
You look like you got the setup for it.
Yeah, I don't do that though.
What are you doing around here?
I document whenever people are exercising freedom of speech.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, whenever I can. So this is my neighborhood. I heard it. Actually, some deodorant. All homemade. 3 ingredients: cinnamon, baking soda, and
hope you like wind.
I use charcoal. What are you guys doing here?
I just came down to see what's going on.
You support the cause?
Yeah, for sure.
You think more people should be subject to the king?
To the king?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
The king of Canada. Charles III. No, Charles III. Yeah, we have a king. We pay our taxes to the king.
Oh, well, sure. No, I don't think.
But subject to Trudeau? Either subject to PP?
No, I don't like them either. I don't like
Fuck being subject. They want to be subject. They're actually freer than we are as subjects. They don't have to bow to the king. They don't have to bow to the government. They want in. They want in on the scam. We're being scammed and they want in on being scammed. Well, we're the ones that are forced to give our money to these corrupt politicians because people with guns will throw us in jail. Yeah, will throw us in jail if we don't pay our taxes. For sure. To bomb Gaza, to bomb Ukraine, to bomb Russia, to bomb Afghanistan, bomb Yemen, whoever the fuck we want to bomb. These people want to get in on the scam.
That's it, right. Like it is, that's...
What it is you give up freedom for privileges when you join in on the system.
That's very true.
Freedom is dangerous, right? No, freedom is dangerous. You don't know, if we say we didn't have gun laws, concealed carry gun laws in Canada, right? Anyone could carry a concealed gun, but that means that anyone could carry a concealed gun. A bad guy takes one out to use, other people can as well to take out the bad guy. But the bad guy doesn't care about the law in the first place.
Yeah,
so they're going to get a gun anyway. Now all the good people don't have guns. Do anything about the bad guy. The Toronto police are only 22 minutes away when seconds count. Right? 22 minutes away when seconds count. I hope you guys are buying like body armor if you want to start.
They don't
going
really
on Toronto
prevent
too.
anything. They just
they show up after.
Yeah, they show up after and they put people in prison. And,
yeah.
Torture cuffs.
Yeah.
I got a torture cuff defense on right now, just in case. Kevlar sleeves.
You ready?
Right.
Yeah, I've been arrested 3 times in the past 2 years for peacefully recording.
Yeah.
Pressing my government.
That means you're doing something, I guess.
Yeah, the Crown's dropped the charges. I was looking for more. Because the state would use violence against peaceful acts like this to invite state violence. I hope more people do. Because it's a sad state of affairs and the men got to start doing something. The women and children are taking more charges and fighting more charges than the men in Canada. It's true. Thanks, guys.
Have a good day.
Tyranny! Authoritarianism! Good luck.
Thank you, everyone. Gracias.
Did she say something about Davos at the end?
Muchas gracias. There is a rally by the Palestinian youth movement happening down the street at Bay and Front Street at 2:30. If you're going, go with people, and we'll ask you all to
I would have went that day at 2:30, but I had to go to the dentist at 2:30. At 2:30.
get up, take your time, and step off the street and onto the sidewalk. The marshals will help you get there. Be safe and be together, and let's continue fighting.
Gracias a toda mi gente que vino este día a acompañarnos. Les agradecemos por tener la valentía de venir y de expresarse todo lo que sienten. Vamos a seguir empujando. Gracias a todos. Gracias a todos por asistir. Gracias.
Everybody, please step off the street and onto the sidewalk. If you have a placard,
Corporate news. Corporate news. So guys, got your security card?
Yeah, it's
Inside.
waiting for him to come.
You got yours?
Just here for the visit.
No security cards?
Yeah.
Can I see it?
I'll get you mine if you want. Right now.
No, I don't. I was just checking. See if everything's up to code.
Everything's up to code, buddy. How's life?
Is that stab proof?
Yes.
And shot proof?
For sure.
Dang.
You got a body camera?
Yeah. You guys have one? This is like under $200.
But why?
Save your ass. It'll save your ass.
Like 24/7 you have?
Someone tries to lie about you, you got it all on camera.
Hey, man. I'm not gonna do nothing. You got everything on camera.
That's right. It is a dangerous weapon, especially to these police. You know? The camera's a game changer. If you ever want to get chicks, start a YouTube channel and do like citizen investigative journalism, like me. They will. You'll have to beat them up with your ceremonial knife.
Ceremonial. Baton?
No.
Or the one that you...
I see the signs of a Sikh.
Oh.
You got your knife somewhere there, right? Yeah. Warriors. I worked for a Sikh before. But his wife made the best food. What you know what that stuff's called? It's like an orange, almost like a spaghetti. It's a dessert though. They like pipe it into the oil.
Yeah. Savvy?
Savvy?
I think so.
Okay, I'll look it up. I've been trying to find it.
It's a desert, or?
I think so, yeah. Like she said it was like a cake, but yeah, it's like a dessert. It's like orange, just like piped into the. It's like a funnel cake.
It's a jalebi.
Jalebi?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for the information. You guys are good security guards. Very personable. You guys want to become cops? No? Maybe? No?
Not sure.
What do you think about the extraordinary people? What happens to them when everybody's regular?
Oh, good question. But we're all a little bit extraordinary, right? So.
Some more than others. Only like 2/3 to even 4/5 can question authority.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
I meant can't question authority, obviously. Yes. 2/3 to 4/5 of people can't question authority, so you have to wonder, how does democracy work? And the answer, thankfully, is remove authority, or remove authoritarianisms, or authoritarians. Remove people capable of authoritarianism with an easy brain scan. Could be all it takes is a brain scan for public servants.
You know, that's a big gap.
Yeah, very big gap.
Then you have the sociopaths with their undeveloped brains that would just run on amygdala all day long.
Yeah.
So, should we?
Amygdala and pleasure centers.
Be regular, like
sadistic pleasure centers.
Those people.
Good question.
Or regular, like the majority of people that can't question authority.
Yeah.
I would hate to be regular. I'm sorry. Regular, normal, mundane, usual, ordinary. I would hate to be those things. Anyone else? We got look like a no talking from this lady. You're very impassioned on the mic with your designer child slave made coat. Guess jeans. All right, child slavery. We love child slavery around here. Socialism and child slavery. Socializing migrants, brought to you by child slavery and communism. What do you think about the event organizer wearing child slave labor coat so freely and openly and proudly?
I'm not sure what
Designer brand names are child slave created more often than not.
That's too bad.
Communist China, mostly. Communism's good though, right? Sorry. Child slave labor is good, right? Child slave labor? Did you see the organizer of the event is freely and proudly displaying the symbols of child slave labor? Guess jeans? Yeah. Designer brands. Who else wears brands besides humans? Owned animals do. Yeah, owned animals wear brands. And they pay extra for children to make them. You guys have anything to say about the organizer prominently displaying child labor brands like an owned animal?
Take a break tonight.
What do you guys think about brands? Besides humans, only owned animals wear brands. Are we owned animals? Are you advocating for more people to be owned animals?
I think it's a fair question when you're advocating for migrants to become citizens. You're essentially advocating for them to become owned animals, to be fleeced and led to the slaughter.
David was counting.
What do you think about an event organizer wearing child slave labor made clothes? The event organizer here today, or at least the lady that was on the mic. She was proudly and prominently displaying a brand of child slave made clothing.
What are you really doing?
Asking questions.
Don't ask questions.
Don't ask questions.
People that are here in solidarity, and don't cause these rifts. We don't need it from white people like you.
White people, wow.
Well, you're white passing, so my apologies if you're not white. But get the fuck out of my face.
I'm not in your face. Am I in your mouth or your nose or your eye? Are you okay? You need a trigger tissue? Snowflake?
Are you good in your head?
No.
Okay, good. So this isn't the place, and I'm
Does
not
it make you
good in
feel?
my head.
Does it make you feel
Just get
better
the
that I'm
fuck
not good
away
in my
from
head? I didn't do anything, you lady. I just asked this guy a question.
People ask you to leave.
You can walk away just as much as I can.
Is all you're doing is harassing
Walk away. All you're doing is harassing me, telling me to walk away. Walk away. Walk away. This is the young person that was criminally intimidating me earlier. You come back for round 2 of intimidation.
I just saw your mom in one of these webinars today. It's very cute.
Do you want to answer the question, sir?
I didn't see the shirt.
Yes, Guess jeans. They're well known for using child slave labor. It's too bad. Child slave labor, too bad.
It's too bad. Great answer. Well thought out. It's too bad.
Guys are using it. Too bad.
Well articulated and insightful.
Anyway, great to see you, eh? Take care. Good luck with everything.
Have you been informed not to talk to me? Some people have, I guess. I've seen a lot of hand signals. I take no stance in any cause that I cover. I just ask questions about it. Play devil's advocate, if you will. I found that most people don't really like to defend their position or even talk about it. They're here in support, but they won't talk about their own cause for it to be broadcast to the world. Strange. So know that if you hide your faces when you support a cause, consider that you do not support the cause. If you hide your faces when you support a cause, consider that you do not support the cause. You're the enforcer.
Well, no, they're having a conversation. You don't need to interrupt their conversation.
I don't need to, no, but I have free speech and
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
I'm allowed to.
Yeah.
I was just saying to. So you have just as much right to interrupt me as I have to interrupt them.
I know, but they're young people, and...
Oh, young people. So we're not allowed to talk to young people? I'm younger than you, so you're not allowed to talk to me.
I'm just saying.
In my logic.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're just saying, that's the thing. You're just saying. You're just saying and nothing relevant is coming out. You're just saying. and she bumps into me.
Okay, cool.
Animal slave owner. Of course, we want people to be slaves. We enslave animals ourselves. Why do you call your young people kids? Cattle? Why do we call our young people kids? Because we're cattle. The tax cattle. We want more tax cattle. More tax cattle. More tax cattle. Woo! More tax cattle. Woo! Anyone want to exercise their free speech on the subject? You have something to say on the topic?
On the topic
of what was demonstrated here today?
Sure. Who are you recording for?
I have a small YouTube channel, about 400 subscribers.
Oh yeah. What's your angle?
I just try to find people that are exercising their freedom of speech and let them say it.
Right.
And I'll play devil's advocate probably.
Yeah.
I also do other activities. I have a very wide spectrum of interest.
Oh yeah, good for you.
So I do a lot of police encounters.
Oh yeah.
Where I test my rights.
Right.
And sometimes the police succeed, sometimes they fail.
Right.
Upholding my rights.
Yeah. Well, good luck.
All right. Nothing to say?
I don't think so. Thanks.
You guys have anything to say for the cause?
No.
Nothing to say? Now's your chance to say it to the world, and you don't want to. What are you doing here?
We're good. Thank you, though.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, what's the point of being here if you don't want to get your message to the world?
See you later.
All right. Anyways. Yeah.
Makes no sense. Guys, anybody want?
I think the crux of it is that with conversation comes truth. And people don't want to arrive at truth, do they? The lie is much more appealing. That daddy government will keep us safe.
Want to use their free speech to broadcast the message to the world? Anyone have anything to say about why we're here?
Are you doing living, bro, or streaming?
Not live, nope.
Oh, I see. But just status for all. We united together.
Status for all?
Yeah, united together.
Everybody be a citizen of the king?
It's like everybody is kind of be regulated. Everybody is kind of be protected, their rights kind of stuff.
Yeah, I agree 100%. We need to protect everyone's rights.
Yeah.
That's the job of the police, is to protect our rights, but they don't seem to do it these days. At least not for me.
Yeah, I remember like police these days are always just focusing on the traffic tickets a lot, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Yeah.
Revenue generators for the city.
Yeah, I see. By the way, bro, are you doing this for the broadcasting kind of stuff? Or?
I have a small YouTube channel.
Oh, I see. Nice.
How about you?
What do you mean by how about me?
Do you use media yourself? Do you have any channels?
Yeah, like every media, like everyone uses it these days. Like the Instagram, like.
You probably have more followers than me.
I'm not sure, bro. But you got a good channel, so follower doesn't matter, quality matters, right?
I hope so. Yeah, I hope that everyone who does watch it finds value.
Yeah, you got a lot of watch, bro.
What's that?
I think you're doing good channel, like you're recording people's lives.
I try to.
I see.
Yeah, I try to provide good content.
I see. Have you been during the events today, or you just got here, bro?
I was here. I heard it from my backyard, so I thought I'd come see what was going on.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
That's a good.
I always try to document people whenever they're exercising free speech.
Oh, I see.
So protest is an extension of speech.
By the way, bro, can I follow your channel? Oh,
yeah,
sorry,
sure. Yeah, Section 2, C of the Charter is the right to assemble. And Section 2B is the right to press and speech.
Sorry, bro. Do you mind if you type it for me? Sections, right?
It's on YouTube.
Yes.
It's at the THE CBC. CBC, sorry.
This one, right?
At the CBC 1984.
1984, inspired by the books 1984.
Yeah.
Well, that's
George Orwell's 1984.
Yeah, that's a nice book. I would say like this one.
That's me, yeah.
Oh, sure, bro. I will follow you. You got a lot of subscribers. And
yeah, 400.
Cool. 400? That's a lot, bro. Like, I got 0 subscribers. Even I'm a user for like almost 10 years.
What kind of content?
I barely upload anything.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I got 600 videos. I got more videos than subscribers.
600, bro. Like, you have it done a long way. I really respect that. You just keep creating stuff.
I do, yeah. Even though I'm unsuccessful, it's a therapeutic process for me.
I see. Why you mean therapeutic, bro?
That was a joke, just to say that I do it to make myself feel better.
I see. Yeah. Nice to meet you, bro.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah.
What's up, dude?
Hey, how's it going?
Pizza?
You guys working?
Yeah, we should do something.
Cool.
Consensus from last year.
Almost went to Humber before I worked in a newsroom and saw how corrupt everything was. Dominoes.
That's
okay. I'm tough. Gotta be to be a citizen journalist in Toronto. I would ask you guys if you have something to say, but you are wearing masks, so. If you don't show your face when you're supporting a cause, consider it you do not support the cause. We need to be accountable by showing our faces. If you consider yourself to support a cause and wear a mask, consider that you do not support the cause.
It's an issue that, like,
Want to use your free speech today, sir? Nothing to say? Most people have nothing to say.
Well, I think that's about it. But there's a bonus video for my sidewalk cleaning activities.
What?
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. What?
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
I didn't capture it, but The old lady that was behind him gave me the biggest smile. She must have been 80 years old. You just see her there with the red hat. Great big smile on her face. Like, hey, someone's actually doing something.
I got called a monkey today. I got called a nigga today by a white person. Come on, man. Do better.
Terrible. Do better. Do better, man. Do better. Nice talking to you.